China's economy is one of the largest in the world today, but this wasn't always the case. Just a few decades ago, China was mostly rural, with a large population working in agriculture and living in poverty. So how did it turn into an economic powerhouse in such a short time? The story of China's rapid growth involves a mix of bold decisions, strategic investments, and leveraging its unique strengths to rise to the top. It all began in the late 1970s. At the time, China's economy was centrally planned, meaning the government controlled nearly all economic activities. The system wasn't working. People were poor, the economy was stagnant, and there was little incentive to improve productivity. Then came Deng Xiaoping, a visionary leader who knew China needed to change course. In 1978, Deng introduced a series of economic reforms that would forever change China's trajectory. The most important of these reforms was the gradual opening up of the economy. Deng believed that while China would remain under communist leadership, it needed to embrace certain market principles to grow. This blend of socialism with market incentives became the core of China's unique economic model, known as socialism with Chinese characteristics. One of the first reforms was in agriculture. For decades, farmers had worked on collective farms, where all output was owned by the state. Farmers received fixed wages, regardless of how much they produced, which didn't exactly encourage hard work or innovation. Deng's government decided to change that. They allowed farmers to sell a portion of their crops in local markets, letting them keep the profits. This simple reform gave farmers a direct financial incentive to produce more and improve efficiency. The results were almost immediate. Agricultural output soared, and millions of rural Chinese families began to lift themselves out of poverty. But agriculture was just the beginning. Deng and his advisors knew that for China to become a modern economy, it needed to industrialize. That's where the idea of the Special Economic Zones, or SEZs, came into play. These zones, starting with cities like Shenzhen, were designated areas where businesses could operate with fewer regulations and enjoy tax incentives. The goal was to attract foreign investment, and it worked, big time. Foreign companies, especially from the West, were eager to take advantage of China's enormous labor force and low wages. They began setting up factories in these SEZs, producing everything from electronics to textiles. This marked the beginning of China's manufacturing boom. Products labeled "Made in China" began flooding global markets, and China quickly became the world's factory. The inflow of foreign capital and the surge in exports injected new life into China's economy. But this transformation wasn't just about inviting foreign companies to set up shop. China was also making enormous investments in its own infrastructure. Infrastructure plays a crucial role in economic development. You can't have factories without roads to transport goods, ports to ship products overseas, or electricity to power everything. China's government recognized this and invested heavily in building the necessary infrastructure to support its booming manufacturing industry. During the 1980s and 1990s, China built highways, railways, airports, and ports at a pace the world had never seen before. These infrastructure projects not only made it easier to move goods within China, but also made the country a critical player in global trade. China became a key part of the world's supply chains, with its factories producing goods faster and cheaper than ever. But China's rapid growth wasn't just about producing cheap goods. The government had a bigger vision. They wanted to create a diverse economy that wasn't solely reliant on manufacturing and exports. So they began investing in heavy industries, like steel, cement, and energy. These industries provided the raw materials needed to build even more infrastructure, and they created millions of jobs, further boosting economic growth. As China's economy expanded, millions of people moved from rural areas to cities in search of better opportunities. Urbanization played a massive role in China's transformation. Cities like Shanghai, Beijing, and Guangzhou grew rapidly, becoming hubs of commerce and industry. The sheer scale of China's urbanization was unprecedented, and it fueled further growth as city dwellers spent more on housing, consumer goods, and services. At the same time, China focused heavily on education and skill development. The government understood that in the long run, cheap labor alone wouldn't be enough to keep the economy growing. They needed an educated workforce that could drive innovation and technological advancement. So, they invested heavily in education, particularly in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM. They sent students abroad to study in some of the world's top universities, and these students brought back valuable knowledge and skills. In addition to education, China also began focusing on technology and innovation. For many years, China's economy had relied on low-cost manufacturing. But by the early 2000s, the government began shifting its focus to higher-value industries. They wanted China to become a global leader in technology, not just a producer of cheap goods. This shift led to the rise of Chinese tech giants like Huawei, Tencent, and Alibaba, which have become household names around the world. China also became a leader in renewable energy and electric vehicles. The government invested heavily in solar power, wind energy, and electric vehicle manufacturing, positioning the country as a major player in the global clean energy revolution. Today, China is the world's largest producer of solar panels and electric vehicles, and it's playing a key role in the fight against climate change. But of course, no story of rapid economic growth is without its challenges. As China's economy expanded, it also faced significant issues. One of the biggest challenges has been environmental degradation. China's rapid industrialization led to severe air and water pollution, deforestation, and a range of other environmental problems. The government has recognized this and is now taking steps to address these issues, investing in clean energy and enforcing stricter environmental regulations. Another major challenge is inequality. While cities along the eastern coast, like Shanghai and Beijing, have thrived, many rural areas in western China have been left behind. The government is working to close this gap by investing in infrastructure and economic development in less developed regions, but it remains an ongoing issue. China's debt levels have also risen sharply due to the massive infrastructure investments made over the years. Many local governments have taken on significant debt to finance these projects, raising concerns about long-term financial stability. While the central government has taken steps to manage this debt, it's an issue that China will need to monitor closely in the coming years. Despite these challenges, China's economic rise has been nothing short of extraordinary. In just over 40 years, the country has lifted hundreds of millions of people out of poverty and transformed itself into a global economic superpower. Today, China's economy is more diversified than ever, with a growing middle class, booming tech industry, and a strong focus on innovation. Looking ahead, China faces the challenge of maintaining growth while addressing environmental and social issues. The government has shifted its focus from pure economic expansion to quality growth, which emphasizes sustainability, innovation, and improving the quality of life for its citizens. China's future will likely be shaped by its ability to balance these competing priorities while continuing to play a major role on the global stage. The rise of China is a remarkable story, one of ambition, strategic planning, and relentless focus. And while the world has watched in amazement, China's journey is far from over.